Yo, what's up guys, welcome to a brand new video here on my channel. And today we're gonna look at the $500 budget PC build. And all my prices are determined on the prices of Newegg. And I'm just gonna show you overall. I know there's a lot of people out there who are like really scared to buy used PC parts. But for me personally, if you've got a budget of $500, look for used parts. But since I know there's a lot of people who are scared of buying used parts, I'm gonna show you firstly like a PC you could get for around $500, and then I'm gonna show you what you could get if you're actually gonna look for used parts, and you will see the difference immediately. So firstly, we're here on Newegg, and for the $500 budget PC, I searched out a GeForce GTX 1650. Yeah, it's a good entry card. Like, you can do nothing like wrong with it. It's a really good card. It will provide you some solid FPS, and yeah, it's just right now a really good card. The only thing, but this again, I'm gonna show you why you should buy used PC parts. You will get 4 gigs of VRAM. Don't get me wrong, if you're playing on 1080p, this is totally fine. But even in the next few years, I think 6 GB at least is gonna be like the minimum to play games on like decent quality. And yeah, this is the 1650. Good card still though, nothing wrong with that. So the next one for the processor, we're gonna just take the same one as in my summer build gaming PC video like 2 or 3 months ago, 2 months ago. It's Ryzen 5 2600. A friend is calling me right now, but I can't pick it up obviously, fuck's sake. It's a 6-core processor with 3.4 GHz and 3.9 GHz on max boost. Everything you need, trust me. 6 cores, perfect. 2nd gen Ryzen. Yeah, if you're lucky, I've seen this one already for like around 100 bucks, so just look around where you can get it like for the cheapest possible. And I don't know why it still says $199. Like, this processor is not worth $200, not at all. I don't know why they say saved $60. Like, this is all marketing obviously. So next one for the mainboard, just get whichever B450 motherboard you can find for the cheapest price obviously. If it's possible for you, try to get one for around like $70–80 with an M.2 slot, since M.2 SSDs are bloody cheap right now and they provide excellent performance. And like a 250 GB M.2 SSD costs you around like $30. So yeah, you should definitely consider that one, since the extra power is like enormous to a regular SSD, but we're gonna continue with it later on. So these are now like your ground components, and now you gotta look like, just go on Newegg, type in 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, yeah, and just look it up. I would recommend you definitely, if the motherboard allows it, I don't even know how much here is like allowed. Yeah, 3200 MHz is the max RAM speed allowed on this mainboard, so make sure you're not gonna go below, since Ryzens do work really well with high megahertz RAM. So yeah, just here again, lowest price. So you gotta look, okay, these are like 4 gigs. Okay, let's go back. Yeah, this is already like a pretty low price. Like here, the G-Skill Ripjaws V series RAM is like really good, 16 gigs of that, 8 gigs of RAM, 2 sticks. Holy shit, English. Yeah, so you can see 58 bucks. This is alright price. 3200 megahertz, so you can maximize your speed, your RAM speed. So you know, like the CPU and RAM, they work really tight together, so just make sure to get what you need, like what you can for that money. Like, you can buy as well 3000 megahertz RAM and overclock it, that's also a possibility, but just consider the temperatures are gonna be higher, because this RAM is not meant to run on 3200 megahertz. And usually the G-Skill one does have a good cooling system, like you can see right now. Like here, this is all metal to like get all the heat away from the stick itself, from the tech. But yeah, you should be fine with that. And these around is like $58. Then you've got like 140, 140, 280 for processor and GPU. Then let's put in the 60, so you're on like 340. Then let's say with a cheap motherboard, if you can find definitely a B450 mainboard for cheaper than $70. Let's say like $60. You're around with all that on $400 now. You got your CPU, you got your motherboard, you got your graphics card, and you got your RAM. What you're gonna do now is, you got $100 left. You're gonna look for like a 500 watt power supply. 500 is maybe a little bit overkill already for this build, but get it for like, so it's like a little bit future proof, yeah? You're just gonna look for a cheap 500 watt power supply, like $30, not more. than like a cheap mid-tower case. I don't know what you can get there. Like, this is really where you're like flexible right now. Like this case would be totally fine for this build. It's obviously not the slickest and nicest one, but it does what it does. It has USB 3.0. I don't know what's loading, what isn't loading right now, but yeah, it's, I don't know. What else? This one is actually quite nice as well, but then you maybe go over the $500 budget. So if you've got some extra money, this is where you can like now look it for yourself what you really need. So you got an extra power supply for $30, so you're on $430. An extra case for like $25, so you're on $555. And now you get the rest to spend on storage. So you're just gonna type in SSD, 120 GB. Get at least a 120 gig SSD for your main storage, for your main games and Windows. And yeah, just get the Patreon burst one, I don't know, $20. Like, this is fine. So if you buy this one, you still got $25 left for, I don't know, let's say like a 500 GB HDD. Are they that cheap? I don't even know right now. They should be, or I mean, yeah, there's definitely one. Yeah, here is Seagate. Just get a normal Seagate one, 500 gigs for your, I don't know, other games you don't play on a daily basis, or if you record YouTube videos. Like, this machine is capable of recording and streaming, obviously. Like, you got a nice 6-core processor, 6 cores, 6 threads. The clock speed isn't too low there. A 1650 is definitely capable of something like, I don't know, we can search 1650 versus 1660 Ti. We're gonna look at some benchmarks here real fast. You can definitely see, wait, what are the FPS here? So CSGO 188 FPS, this is fine. Wait, what is this tested on? This is on max graphics, yeah? GTA 49 FPS, so obviously if you tune it down a little bit, you will get over 60 FPS, no problem. PUBG as well. This is all on max graphics, guys, yeah? Max graphics 120, obviously, with the 1660 Ti. So if you put it on low, you will even like be able to run 144 Hz on Fortnite. If you plan on playing that competitively, I don't know. And obviously the 1660 Ti is way better. And this is now, guys, where I want to show you something. So as you're seeing right now, this whole entire PC costs you $500. And you spent $150 on the graphics cards. And the processor wouldn't even be a bottleneck for the 1660 Ti. And now when you go on eBay and you look for used parts, you see you can get for even less, I think. Wait, wasn't it like, nah, okay, 140. Let's say for around the same price. Don't wonder, I'm from the EU, therefore here's the crazy shipping. Like, you don't have to pay that, obviously. You can get a 1660 OC with 6 GB for $150. That's like $20 more. And now let's compare this one to the GTX 1660. Wait, the normal one. It's still 44% better. Like, you see what I mean? Like, the average performance is 44% better. And it basically costs you around the same price. Like, let's add this additional $20. And maybe you can even find it cheaper. I don't know. Like, I've seen like a 1660 already for $130. So just consider always, like, of course, make sure the person is kind of like serious and it's an authentic seller, and yeah, it's not, I don't know. It's hard to tell if people try to scam or not, but usually if you buy graphics card, like, GPUs hold super long, and especially parts like RAM. If you buy RAM holds so super long. Like, the lifetime of RAM, of memory, is so long. You can buy like 16 gigs of DDR4 RAM, but be aware, some people try to scam there. I don't know why. Like, okay, yeah, there's a bit, obviously. About here, $134 for 32 gigs of Crucial, 3600 megahertz RAM. This is really good. And I don't know, yeah, okay, this is even brand new. Okay, not gonna lie, this is a really good deal. Like, you can buy stuff like RAM, obviously, used. Like, there's no issue with that. Like, RAM isn't destroyable. That's what I'm gonna say there. And don't be scared to look even on like eBay or, I don't know, Craigslist. Look for some used parts. Like, especially when you're on such a tight budget, you can get so much more for your money on the used market. Like, it's so, guys, again, like, don't be scared to buy used components. Like, this is an example now. Let's see. Let's say we want to try to cop the Ryzen 7 3700X. You can see the cheapest one right now here on Newegg is $289. It's on sale right now for $330. So and now we're gonna go on eBay and we're gonna put in Ryzen 7 3700X. Obviously condition used and buy now. So some kind of, I don't know, this is kind of sketchy, not gonna lie there. Here, Ryzen 7 3700X, $260. And be aware, this is right now on sale. Like usually it would cost you around $330. So you're gonna save around, wait, that's 30, and yeah, you're gonna save around $70 just because it's used. And there's usually no problem, like you can see even the rating and everything. Like I just wanna take the scare of you. Like a lot of people are scared to buy used components and I don't get why. Like yeah, maybe if you got scammed once in your life, you maybe kind of a little bit yeah, you're a little bit more concerned about purchasing used stuff, but in my opinion it's a great deal, especially when you're on such a tight budget, like $500, $600. Like you can get great value for that money, not gonna lie there. Or let's say we're gonna go one generation even further. Wait, so the cheapest Ryzen 7 2700X costs here $190. Now we go on Craigslist, not Craigslist, Newegg, holy shit. We're gonna type in Ryzen 7. Okay, this is actually not a bad deal, but you get what I mean. Like you still save some money there. If every dollar counts, you know, like if every dollar counts, this can make the difference of having like an extra SSD in your PC or not. Like these $30 can decide if you get 120 GB of SSD or 500 gigs of SSD. Therefore, guys, yeah, if you've got any more questions, just feel free to ask me them down in the comments. This is just an all-round idea what you should get right now, which is like the best. But definitely, if you're planning on buying like a used $500 PC build, look for like some older, I don't know, RX 580s, 590s. They sell pretty well right now for like $100. I've seen a bunch of them, and the performance is still great. Like, don't get me wrong there at all. Like a 580 is capable of like 144 Hertz and like most esports titles without any issues. And then you're just gonna look for like a Ryzen 5, maybe even a 3600, and yeah, then you're basically set. And this is all for it. And this is it so far, guys, for the video today. If you enjoyed it, make sure to leave a like and a sub. If you've got any more questions, feel free to ask me them in the comments. I will help as much as I can. And yeah, until next time, have a great day, stay awesome, peace. This outro was fucking... This outro was fucking cringe, not gonna lie there.